that really gets your goat. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm gonna get your goat with the Grand Goatnapper. This is an alchemy card that is going to generate goat naps, turning creatures into goats and then taking control of them until end of turn, giving them haste and potentially giving them +3/+0, which also will give you a discount on your spells, because the more goats you control, the less your spells cost with the Grand Goatnapper. So in this deck, yes, I am running a bunch of goats. I've got frantic scapegoats, I've even got a couple of different changeling cards, and of course I've got things that make goats and sacrifice goats, because we need to steal our opponent's cards and then make some use of them, using them to throw right back at our opponent by maybe, I don't know, doing a bit of fling thing, or just destroying them and gaining life and draining their life. This is also, of course, on top of attacking with their creatures. And the better creatures they play, the better creatures we can steal and then sacrifice. Some of those are going to hit them in the face, some of them are going to just, be thrown, and some of them are going to turn into skeletons, because there's no bones about how fun it is to do a little bit of goat napping. So let's take the Grand Goatnapper into the queue and see if we can get their goat. Dina Soul Steeper's got a combo with 1/2 in the command zone, looking to gain and drain infinite life, because whenever they gain life, I lose life. And there's multiple cards that say whenever your opponent loses life, you gain life, like Bloodthirsty Conqueror. And that's a pretty easy combo to pull off, since there's a lot of redundancies and there's a lot of tutors in their color. Dina is easily able to wait in the command zone, or maybe just do a little bit of incremental sacrifice while they assemble their pieces. And if they don't put them all out at once, maybe I could steal those pieces. Ignore that things like Conqueror, I would have to sacrifice creatures for, and sometimes it's enchantments. I'm not really in the deals with enchantments kind of colors here. So Inquisition of Kozilek, what do we have here? A search, anti-counter spell, it could remove my Mind Stone, and Blight Priest, which is another Dina effect. I think I'll hit Assemble the Team or Pest Infestation here. You don't really have to worry about counter spells, but you could also just use this as a mana sink. Buff up an elf, hit somebody in the face. It's one of those things where, like, I can't fault any player for running Allosaurus Shepherd, even though it won't make all their spells uncounterable. It's only the green half of their deck. Do you want to play Dina? There she is. And oh, what a lovely goat she will make. Here's my Grand Goatnapper. Doesn't have haste or anything. If it survives through the turn, I can turn something into a goat, and I'll get a goat nap. Oh, I see them highlighting it. They're either reading it because they don't know what it is, or they're getting ready to kill it. Everything looks like a goat when you're a Goatnapper. And what's wrong with that? I mean, the first thing I do with the Grand Goatnapper is usually turn him into a goat. Hammer, nail, Goatnapper, goat nap. I could also just see them pest infestating the, pest infesting? This? Oh, they're tutoring! Gee, I wonder why they would possibly be doing that. Nice. Okay, so I am going to use the Grand Goatnapper's ability on itself. I'll play Umbral Caller Zealot or Yawgmoth. I think Yawgmoth, it lets me kill 2 here. Hi, Scraps. Cat just gave me a little holler. Dog champ. We Goatnap the Dina. I'll attack with her. And remember, they have another backup to their commander right there, Marauding Blight Priest. Yes, Scraps? Scraps, come on. I just started recording. You really want to come up so soon? Yeah, she does. Okay, so I have Goatnap to Dina, and she's being sacrificed to our good friend Yobbles. Great work. Okay, Scraps. You want to come up? Fine. You can come up. I'll make room. My tea out of the way. Wait, honey, where'd you... Scraps! Making me get out of my chair and for what? Scraps needs to do her stream inspections or her scream inspections. So there's Exquisite Blood. That is part of the combo. If only I had a way to get rid of it. I have a way to goat nap things. How much damage can I deal? Not enough. And if I lose life to like Yawgmoth or something, it will still kill me. Yeah. I'm just gonna get some damage in. Like, if I do this, if I lose life, they gain the life. So I'll bog them. I'm gonna use my fetch land now. Yep, before Dina comes down. Yeah, they tutored for their combo piece. I would be surprised if they didn't. So all they would need to do is have me lose life or for them to gain life. And they kick off the combo with this Blight Priest. Okay, now she's back. Here you go, Scraps. Would you like to come up? You want to be the star of the show? You want a goat nap? Who wants to kidnap some goats? Come on, honey. Here's Dina. Now remember, I can't use Yawgmoth's ability here, but I don't need to because I have another sacrifice outlet. In fact, I have multiple. So I'm going to call Dina a goat. I already have some goats. I'm already getting a good discount. What a good-looking goat she is. Swing in with all of these and win the game. Could even start bombarding if we need to. Ren and 6, the former natural predator of Raphelos and Strip Mine Extraordinaire, but now without Strip Mine. They'll be dealing 1 damage at a time in recurring lands. I would say that recently what I usually see Ren and 6 doing is Valakut. Grabbing and tutoring for Valakut and then recycling some mountains or things that fetch mountains so they can burn you to death. Also just doing generic landfall stuff, because did you guys know landfall is good? Ooh, gemstone. Nice. Gemstone Cavern, I'd like to introduce you to the theme of my deck, which is the goats. Behold, a frantic scapegoat. He's a sussy goat, and he goes fast. All right, Ren and 6, you're gonna kill my scapegoat? I'm okay with it if you do. That's one plus you don't have. They actually did not have a fetch, which is unusual, I feel. Grab some black mana, play some cute boots. Are goats fast? Goats in real life can be pretty fast. Also very aggressive. I hope I get another land. Bitch wraps. Oh, you're so cute. They go into the north, and there's their fetch. They're going into the north first because it's going to let this tap and get untapped mana. Yeah, Scraps wanted to be in the video. She's so dang fluffy. Scraps, what do you think about Ren and 6? You think they stinky? Stinky like you? Doesn't smell too bad. She smells like a cat. Rankle has haste right now, but I think I'd rather go Woe Strider. Get me a goat. Slam into Ren and 6. And because they can play Ren and 6 again, I'm actually gonna move the boots onto the goat token. I need to have goats to get the discounts from the Goatnapper. I might have to give up the goat. I don't want to get stolen from. Nah, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead, little monkey. Do yourself a crime. That was a land. I would have liked to have that land. That would have gotten me to the Goatnapper. Yeah, goats are wild. Ooh, Crucible lets them just purely play lands from their graveyard. So they could, like, Fable, bring it back. Not this turn, though. They can only play one land this turn unless they drop an Exploration or something similar here. If I don't get a land, I'll probably use Sephiroth to draw. Okay, I did get a land. That's great. Goatnapper. This is a sorcery speed ability, and they left. You don't have anything for me to Goatnap. Nashi, Illusion, Gadgeteer will be putting things in the graveyard and then making secret copies of them. This hand is kind of too slow unless they discard or I surveil something worth reanimating. And I'm going to believe in the heart of the cards because I'm brave. Or stupid. Could be both. Oh, there's a Fury. That could also work. Reanimating a Fury would be nice if there were targets to hit. Now, unfortunately, Nashi has this pesky Flash ward. And on top of the ward, we'll be bringing things back. All right, so that's Bitter Triumph. I'm going to drop that. I already have removal here. Yeah, I can't really Goatnap Nashi. I can Goatnap other things in your deck. These are oftentimes Sultai good stuff decks. So think your Sultai Ultimatum, lots of extra turns. Which, I have some good news. We are getting an extra turn hate card that is probably going to see some play. And that's a Trouble in Pairs is getting a printing that should be coming into Arena. I say should be because I never know if things are actually coming to Arena. When they show on the gallery that they are, it doesn't mean that they are. But I think that it's on the bonus sheet, so it's like technically draftable, should be there. Yeah, Nashi, the rat baby. Has played no creatures for me to Goatnap. I'll pop down Sedgemoor Witch. It's got a little bit of ward. It's also got menace, just like you, Nashi. Well, that's a bummer. Well, now it's in the graveyard. Sedgemoor Witch is part of the kind of like janky combo I threw into this deck. It is not a reliable combo. It's just kind of in here for the sake of we can do it, where you use something like Burgie and you have a double discount for the Goatnap, and you just keep turning these black and green pests into goats and then Goatnapping the Grand Goatnapper itself to untap it to make more. We'll see if we actually get to do that in any games. I feel like I won't. I put it in here just because, you know, it's an interesting thing we could do with the deck. So there's Wilderness Reclamation. So far, we've seen a lot of fetch lands from them. Wow, that's a lot of fetch lands. And remember, Nashi comes out at instant speed because he's dumb, and I don't like him. One Grand Goatnapper, please. It resolved. Love that. Gonna flash out Nashi. And get a, I guess, land from your graveyard? Oh, Edict. Right, they could kill Goatnapper. Whatever, I can reanimate it. That's all I have. Unfortunately, they have 8 mana a turn with this Wilderness Reclamation. And their 4-drop Alchemy Garbage is considerably better statted than mine. Can you not? Hey! That's my goat! Okay. I'll play so much life. Okay, they're snuffing out the Fury. I feel like killing Nashi is kind of bad for me. Once again, the Grand Goatnapper. And I'll play Alacia. She's got affinity for goats, just like me, just like Scraps. They got my Goatnapper, and now they don't. Yeah, they're dealing 4 a turn. Thankfully, they dealt a good amount of damage to themselves with fetches before. Wait, is Kanta's already flipped? Oh, dang. No, my gravy! You've made Alacia very sad. What a kidnappable frog you have there. I'm going to turn the Grand Goatnapper into a goat. I will Goatnap Psychic Frog. And yeah, I could draw off it. But I'd rather attack with the skeleton. But wait. There's more. They're using his Kanta by Scraps. An Essence Flux. Oh, so you could have done that before. By the way, Essence Flux with Nashi is just like infinite blink. It just goes blink, blink, blink. This does give them a way to just freely block and kill Alacia. There's not much I can do about it, no. Yeah, Nashi being so well statted, having that ward is... I feel just very poor design. You know, he didn't used to have Flash. I miss those days. Okay. So they're using the Essence Flux here, I guess, to change what they have. They could technically use this to get Snuff Out, Essence Flux, Childred's, Memory Lapse. I feel like they're gonna grab Edict. Is Kanta. Remember, they do have Wilderness Reclamation, so they can tap multiple times. And a Treasure Cruise! They can eat up some of their graveyard in order to draw a whole bunch of cards. Ew, Nashi? That's how I feel. Yeah, we're both alchemy garbage, but like... I think to put Goatnapper on par with Nashi, you would have to give it haste and give it affinity for goats. Creature token of my choice. Okay, no more skeletons. Mm-hmm. Do I think they got another flicker here? I would need to pay 4. Ward 2 and then Ward 2 again. Ugh, stupid. Bogger Trawler, you're a goat. Stealing you. One day we'll match into the other one. Yeah. You want to stifle it? Mm-hmm. It's pretty free for them to do this because of the flash. I'm gonna throw down this command tower. Welcome back, Nashi! Gonna grab yourself another Shoulder's Edict? Just get rid of one of these two right now? You got the mana, you know you wanna. Or don't. Yeah, I'll try to steal Nashi. I'll pay Ward 2. You gonna flicker him in response? Okay, Shoulder's Edict. I will sacrifice... Grand Goatnapper because I do not have a sacrifice outlet here. Decline, no, you have to be a goat forever. Casualties of war! Yeah, that's fun. For nobody. Definitely not me. If I replay Goatnapper, it dies. Yeah, I love having to pay the ward twice to go goat mode. I don't even think we kill Nashi. We just try to deal damage. Get them in bolt range. I do have lightning bolt in the deck. And then we just gotta believe in the heart of the cards, which has never done me wrong. Yeah, with that Wilderness Reclamation, killing Nashi is so bad. My girl! I will play Grief. What you got? Thoughtseize. Okay. I have a 3-power creature with Menace. They gotta get a kill spell, or a blink spell for Nashi, or a clone spell for Nashi, because that will get them more removal. Brainstorm! Okay, they can brainstorm their way to it. Yeah, if you see a Wilderness Reclamation, you know you're in for a bad time. It's like, I've gotten them down to 3. Oh, if only 3 were 0. Also, I have to hope that they don't just, like, chain together a couple extra turns and kill me with that. Because they could. Giant. Ah, man! I finally get their life total into bolt range, and they gain it all back. They also have enough mana to escape Uro and leave up a lot more mana. It also starts threatening lethal, what with how it's a 6/6. Here's Uro. It's going to bring them up to 9. And I think they can attack with Nashi here. At 9 life, and the fact that, like, it takes me 2 turns to activate Goatnapper since I have no haste enablers. Oh, hey, Quantum Riddler. That wasn't even warped. All right, I'm going to thin my deck since I drew a bunch of lands in a row. Thin my deck! Shuffle my cards! Okay, Grave Shifter can grab. Gut. Just kidding. It can't get anything. I'll take good game and concede. It'll take them 2 turns, but they're gonna get there. Maha, its Feathers Knight, will reduce the toughness of our creatures to 1. And if you get out certain enchantments and creatures, you can then set all of those toughnesses to 0. so they die to state-based actions. Maha is a very scary bird, and I believe has ward discard a card, so, yeah, you're gonna have to expend some resources to get rid of it. Well, I've got a goat, and I'm gonna get your goat. Will I actually be able to steal Maha? Probably not. Again, that ward discard a card is real tough. Deep Cavern Bat, gonna check out my hand. They can either get my sacrifice piece, my booties of protection, or my goat. It's a goat. Just look at it. That's what goats look like. Right? That's what goats have always looked like. Iron Crags, a little bit of ramp. And a Thoughtseize. Okay. My goat! I'm gonna need those boots back. Okay. Dark Ritual. Grand Goatnapper. Make him sus! Put boats on sus goat. Oh, he can't target himself now. That's okay. At least he's in play. He can't target himself to turn it into a goat, and this is already a goat, which is why I can't target it. There goes my dispute. I can still steal Grief. Oh, and there's a way to sacrifice it. So I will target the Grief. I don't need another discount here. I will Goatnap it. Swing in. And fling it at their face. Oh, I target you and then you. And then I can play Callous Sellsword. Comes in with a +1/+1 counter. And look, he's got affinity for goats. He loves them so much. He loves goats. 1 mana, 3/3. That's why we run goats. You want to play Maha? I'll steal Maha. I'll steal Maha. Obnixilis, the adversary, will be sacrificing their own creatures to make twice their commander. Well, I got my little goat here, and unfortunately my goat will probably die to, well, the devils. These little devil tokens, they can go pretty hard. That art sure is. A canyon. A drawbridge. You know what? The drawbridge is sus now. A defender that can't block. Why did I do that? Because I think it's funny. Oh, and now we wait. The drawbridge is just down. Come on in, guys. Ooh. Set for off. Munch up that goat. Give him haste. Tack in. This is me just like refiling my hand. Like, I need lands. A goat! A goat that gets lands! If they don't have any creatures to sacrifice, Obnixilis is not as good. Oh, what if I sawed my goat in half? Ugh, this little guy-ass little guy. Hi, Obnixilis and his best friend Obnixilis. Oh wait, it's just one Obnixilis. Okay. Green Goatnapper. I was thinking about boggarding that. No. Gain your life. If you use Goatnapper on an animated land, artifact, or enchantment, would it permanently become a goat? Yes. And, things can be a goat while they are not actively a creature. Obnixili. No goats. I'm the one who got rid of their haste enabler because I was being silly. I want to draw cards. Ooh, nice sacrifice piece. Too nice. I would actually love to steal that and saw it in half, like under my own control. That would be so sweet. Yes, please. I would like more black mana. Thank you, little guy. Ugh, he's so cute! Stupid! I don't think their creature type would be active? I don't know. I think something doesn't need to be a creature to be a goat, though. Because we have, like, changeling spells. Like, I have Furtic Core in this deck, and that's a goat. Non-kindred, non-creature permanents might not be able to have creature types, though. Yeah, goat would be a kindred type, but I guess if it's not kindred, it wouldn't work. Magic's weird. Does alchemy break rules with perpetually? I'd believe it. What is this? Riveteer's Provocateur. When it enters, choose a creature card in their hand without blitz and give it blitz. Oh, so they could blitz something out and then sacrifice it. They're missing lands, by the way. Remember how I said I wanted to saw this in half? I'm sawing him in half. I need more black mana. You? Not getting lands at all. Me? Is sacrificing goats to get lands. Elderfang Disciple blitzing out. I'll drop Mind Stone. And you can sacrifice these two. To draw a card, get 2 black mana. And because of the importance of goats, I'm gonna sacrifice the 3/1 instead of the 1/1. Because I need goats. Ooh, Reaper draws them cards. Yeah, I'll go for Shamba. I could have also, like, disputed a goat. But, I mean, the goats don't need to be disputed. Who's arguing about goats? Cursebound Witch. When it dies, it gives them more stuff. It was a potential contender for this deck when I had more of a sacrifice theme and less just, you know what, I gave up and now it's time for goat stuff. Yeah, this deck was actually, a much more generic, like, Rakdos sacrifice deck that was just looking to use this as a way to generate active treason, steal, and sacrifice. I did not match into decks with creatures. I was running into, like, Planeswalker commanders. I was running into Alkist Proft. I was running into things that the Goatnapper was, frankly, useless against. It would turn itself into a thing, and like that was it. Okay, that's a goat. I will deadly dispute my shambling ghast. Get a treasure. Let's frickin' go. Arena of Glory. Dark Ritual. Grand Goatnapper. With haste. I will turn... You can't sacrifice yourself, right? I'm gonna turn you into a goat. So this is free. Found a sacrifice piece. Okay. I will Goatnap the Priest of Forgotten Gods. And I will sacrifice with it a goat and another goat. 2 of my 4 goats. How tragic. To do this stuff, what did I get? Okay, black mana. Some of this, some of that. We sacrifice it. I don't need that. 1 goblin. Whew. I did things. Thank you, Dark Ritual. You enable turns in this deck. You can put this in Laughing Jasper Flint. It's a rogue. And now it's the goat. Silly goat. Oh, interesting. So this Witch's Cottage, you see the A22 on it? That was generated by them killing Cursebound Witch. It gives you, like a draft from its selection. And I guess if you get the land and you need land, that'll do it. 1 ring, they have protection from everything until the end of their, or the start of their next turn. End of my next turn. Would you like to draw? Or play something, so you have something to sacrifice to your commander. Oh, or maybe they're just gonna kill my Goatnapper. I don't think there's many 1-mana things that could do it. Oh yeah, that would work. Just discarding. Alright, in response, I will sacrifice it. Move it back to the command zone. I would not like to remove the Perpetual. It is a goat. We love a good goat. Plague Crafter would just kind of make them discard. I want to hold on to it, though. Oh, I'll hold on to it. Look at this poor 10-mana Goatnapper. They draw. What are colorless commanders like? Unless they're Ugin, they don't do very much. Somebody was asking if I could build the Regalia when it first came out, the boy card from Final Fantasy 15, and I was like, I don't think it does much. Okay, Blood Chief's Thirst. It cannot sacrifice itself. Yep, this is one of the few edicts that hits Planeswalkers. Or, like, Fleshbag Marauder types. Ooh, a Spectacle of Destruction. I'm kind of into that. That's card advantage. I could play Crafter just to, like, trigger it, but I don't think I need to. I think they will kill my stuff for me. Ultima? I built Ultima. Yeah, Ultima does something. Ultima increases your colorless mana, and he also can, like, blight your opponent's lands. Are you blocking these? Are you killing them? Our life totals are actually, like, fairly even here. Yeah, the only trouble with, like, Plaguecrafter against this is that they can just minus, and then they have something else to sacrifice. Still doing this. Yeah, Ultima is very much ramp into cast a big Eldrazi. Ugin is ramp into cast Ugin, who is a lot like an Eldrazi, has an on-cast trigger, and then generates a ton of value. And there's not that many good, like, artifacts commanders. There's, Liberator. Liberator can be pretty cool. There's Karn. And there's Watching My Opponent. Try to make up their mind. All right, they have killed... No! They've exiled my Motivator. Did I play Final Fantasy 16? No. I have some familiarity with the characters from people telling me about them. Like Clive and Jill and Josh. I know those are Final Fantasy 16 characters, and I vaguely know their, like, relations to each other and everything else. Here's Chandra. Chandra, you gonna ramp up, or are you gonna kill my Faceless Agent? Ooh, nope. They are gonna get a Graveyard Marshal. To make some Grombies. Gotta get it to just use one of those. Perfect. And I was doing it like that so I would have enough damage to kill Chandra. They've got a great card advantage engine. So far, we're seeing a lot of less sacrificey stuff, though. That was sacrificey. Here we go, G-Bones! And I'll start getting some card advantage off Spectacle, but nothing like their card advantage. Hello? Yes, make it bigger. And then it dies. Hello, Gutterbones. Ooh, Yogchamp. Only during your turn, only if an opponent lost life this turn. Do I feel like drawing? Yeah, I do. I'm stopping them from having something, and I would have to do it now. Sweet! It's real estate. The realist estate. Huh. Shambling Ghast. Oh, I played one of those earlier. Diabolic Intent. Uh-oh. They can tutor for anything. What is the devastating card they could tutor for? Now, Mass Reanimate would be pretty strong based on the cards in their graveyard. If they have, like, a Rise of the Dark Realms. There's always, like, the possibility I get a discard card ahead of time, though. Hmm. Am I gonna pay the 6? Yeah. Probably. I mean, it gives me a goat. Of course I want a goat. Oh, they don't know what they want. be like a Liliana. I can see that being pretty strong. They know if it's a creature, they risk me stealing it and throwing it at something. They pushed Yawgmoth. He dissolves into a puddle of goo. Silken's attacking. Okay. I got one of them too. Alright, and we pay the 6. Goatnapper could get me 5 damage to their face. Okay, that's fine and dandy and all. I need to cause myself pain. Then I think they die. So these are both goats. So I need to target one of these. Turn it into a goat. But the most damage is untapping this or this. And I guess because I have another red, I could technically do it again. Because there's another creature here. This is just to show that you can do this. Goat storm. Hey. Hey, bye, Forest Guardian. We'll have very few creatures for us to steal because most shrines are not creatures. It's very frustrating for us because I need some goats to nap. I got 2 blood artists and 2 sacrifice outlets here. That's kind of nice. Yeah, and stealing and killing Hey Bye does very little because they just play them again. And a lot of the shrines that they get, ramp. And get them more cards so they can play more cards. And yeah, you know, shrine stuff. We've all been seeing plenty of shrines since Hey Bye came out. Rackus Theater. Let me find a goat! That's a pretty good goat. That's a good goat. I could technically rush out Goatnapper next turn if I use the Phyrexian Tower and kill my Blood Artist. Do I think that's like a super good move? Eh. It's something. A hobbit? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I found a lot of Hey Bye decks run a lot of counter spells, and this gives me a small window. Now, they also might have our Unable to Screams, Utter Insignificance, things like that. But Goatnapper in play. Ignoble Hierarch. Well, there's one I can steal. Okay. Grant Goatnapper is going to turn itself into a goat, so I get a discount on my spells this turn. Double checking. Yes, this is the right mana, and this should work that way that I want it to. I will steal the Goshen Tie of Shared Purpose. I'll attack with it. I have not shown a way to sacrifice it yet. And I'm going to feed it to Sephiroth. Yum, 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 yum. I have 2 goats. I think Sephiroth would make a good goat. Thassa will blink Hey Bye each turn. And unless Thassa becomes a creature, which would mean them having a lot of blue devotion, I need 5 total, I can't steal it. you! Attack in! Let me deny you a single shrine. Sanctum of All, that will be tutoring for shrines every turn. Gross. I'm not getting that much more damage in by turning this into a goat. I'm going to turn Sephiroth into a goat. Don't worry about it. I'll steal Hey Bye. They didn't blink him. That's kind of what I was expecting them to do. Kill this ignoble hierarch. Nice, a squelcher. Sanctum searches. I'll just assume that they have enough mana to replay this, like they do in play. I don't think it's worth trying to hit this. Okay, they hit Goshen's Eye of Life's Origin. That's what they searched out. But if they make a bunch of shrine tokens, then Sephiroth and the reanimatable Blood Artist get a lot better. What black legendary is this? What is this? Honden of Night Reach. Well, it is legendary. They get more shrines. I guess they'll blink the Goshen tie? Okay. I'm alright with that. I can... Yes, alright, I know how I want to do this. You are a goat. They don't have 4 mana, they can't tap. And I am goat-napping you. Cool. I'm gonna grab that Goshen Tie of Shared Purpose. It's either that or Blood Artist. Either way, it should be lethal with Yawgmoth. Swing in with all of these. Fog will prevent combat damage dealt this turn. But it will not prevent me from being an utter menace. Actually, wait. Do I do this? I do this all in end step, I guess. And no damage goes through. With Yawgmoth Sephiroth, I don't quite have lethal until we... And I did give up a shrine there, just to draw a card. I will pay 1, and then I'm going to sacrifice the daddy shrine, kill the baby shrine. Do it to you, too. Let these resolve. What do we get? Okay, that one's a land. Okay, now we should be good. Sephiroth is cleansing Midgard and repopulating it with goats. Wow. How beautiful. How romantic. I gotta kill a couple more of my creatures. They're almost done. And, I will, you know what? Sacrifice the Grand Goatnapper to finish them off. No, I would never remove the fact that he's a goat. The game's like, you want to make him not a goat? No! He's a goat! He's the goat. Auntie Ool, Curse Wretch, will be withering us if we want to target Auntie Ool. And of course, if I don't have any creatures, that means I can't target her at all. Auntie Ool also will be drawing cards and draining life if they happen to be putting -1/-1 counters on things. Blood-soaked champ, can't block. Good for sacrificing, though. I'll pop down this blood artist. Boop. Get hit for 2. Raid active. Talisman of Impulse. I like that I can, like, rankle here. It would set up well for Alacia. It would get me a treasure. Yeah, they need to attack for that. So I'm going to pay 1 life. We're each going to sacrifice a creature. I'm going to drop Mind Stone. And this, because they won't have any creatures, will be able to attack. Unless they, like, bolt it. But I want that treasure. I want the treasure. Also want something to bring back on Alacia in a turn. We drain, we drain. We get a treasure. Rankle grows, gets a little lifelink and haste. We swing in for 3. We're down to 16. I mean, part of that's the fetching, but I also did some fetching. Infestation! So Infestation, I think they evoked it here, is very nasty. And it's going to wipe out the board. Now Blowfly Infestation, by the way, is permanently in play. I could go for Grand Goatnapper. Yeah, I'll do it. Since if they played Auntie Ool, I wouldn't have a great attack since I would have to bolt and then blight and yeah, a good strong ward. Hopefully they don't just kill my Goatnapper. Please, I have to work so hard for this. By the way, you can't actually put Blowfly Infestation into your deck. You can only put Infestation, this alchemy card, in. There's another new Wither card that's kind of, it's kind of like Recurring Nightmare or Chthonian Nightmare that uses -1/-1 counters. It's really cool. Hi, Auntie. Oh. Oh, no. I don't think I have my Saw on Half cards. You think WotC wanted to move away from not adding cards from spellbooks to the client? It sounded like they wanted to move away from that. But then, like, they did this. Dang, Rankle. They're going right back up to 14. Goblin Motivator, and I'm going to hold my Lightning Bolt. Goblin Motivator is one of many not very good haste enablers I have in this deck. Well, Amy, if they're not very good, why are you running them? Because the Grand Goatnapper costs 4 mana and has a 3 mana spell. And I'm doing my best. Also, I need another land. So do they. He needs the haste. I know, I have like... I tried to do a couple creature ones, because like then I can also sacrifice them. Nest of Scarabs. Moon Shadow. Oh, Moon Shadow, you're such a babe. Wow, that's the most scrubs I think you can get. Hell yeah. They can septuple block? That's 7, right? They could septuple block Alacia. So I'll attack in with the Motivator. This has Wither, so they'll get to draw a card. Oh, okay, they really want to Wither it. Damn, girl, look at you go! You gotta be careful, by the way, with the Blowfly infestation. But I think they're gonna be good. Oh, they all dealt damage. They all got to Wither. Yay! Good job, Nest of Scarabs. Moonshadow grows. Yeah, I missed that that it would be able to do that. I was just thinking, I can try to get 1 more mana off Shambling Ghast coming back. Just 1 more mana. Oh. Yeah, Massacre goes in like every one of the Blight/Wither decks. And for a darn good reason. Let's die. GG, onto you all. Cloud, ex-soldier, will be equipping himself and getting real big, drawing you cards and making you treasures. I have some removal for him, but ideally, I'm going to be stealing Cloud and all of the equipment that's on him. Well, the equipment will be temporary since they'll still retain control of it, but I'll still get the equipment. I'm just going to go for the Surveil here, so I'm not holding priority. See if it'll off. Okay, I don't have a sacrifice piece otherwise. Do. Also, it's appropriate. Because, look. It's Cloud. Also, oh my god, look. This person has the avatar, they have the sleeves, they have the boy. I think somebody might be a fan. Might be. Just saying. Might be a fan of Final Fantasy VII. Maybe that means they'll, like, appreciate when I play him. Play Grand Goatnapper. He'll Goatnap himself. As we do. No, look, and they got a Final Fantasy land with the 7th heaven on it. I target myself, he turns into a goat. I will play another goat. Crashing Drawbridge. I want a Goatnapper. I don't need more discounts. Sephiroth, I'm going to eat my goat toke. Here, I'll play Hexing Squelcher. Awesome. I got protection. Please don't wipe the board. Oh, no, it's just Annie. I love they did not go for my commander. They're like, Sephiroth. Yep, fair. Entirely fair. Rising of the day. I guess I'll do the, like, cutesy double goat nap thing. All right, so, you're a goat. Sure. With the sauce. The little cute goat backpacker. Yeah, he died. Sephiroth ate him. The cutest, the most little guy of all time. Just doubles his triggers. I think I should let them attack with Cloud instead of killing him so I can goat nap him. Chat, what do you think? Like, he'll get the treasures. He'll get the card draw. He'll get 4 treasures and 2 cards. But I really want to steal him. So I'm letting this happen. Sometimes I am driven by a desperate need to do crime. I guess, yeah, I'll pay the 1, except I don't have to because of Squelchers. Oh no, my spells can't be countered. My abilities still can be. Resolve. I don't have to pay that. Nice. He's my boy. I brought him from home. Yay! I killed Cloud with Cloud! GG, thanks for putting up with me. Tasigur, the Golden Fang, can be cast for as little as 1 mana because he has Delve, allowing you to exile the cards from your graveyard for part of his cost. And because he is still a 6 mana card, you can then, I don't know, neo-form him into something better and stronger. I'm going to keep this hand because it has a Boggart Trawler. Yay, Bog Champ. Kami of Bamboo Groves. Not very useful to steal, but sure. It's not going to be worth spike fielding. Oh, I can't anyway. Wow, they are really rampant. Hi, I have 0 lands, and they have 3 lands. Don't worry about it. My land's tapped. Just casual Sultai things. Yeah, they could play him this turn. I don't know if they would want to, but they could. Here he comes. Here comes Tasigur. Or not. You having decision paralysis, Tasigur? You're like, I didn't think I could cast my commander on turn 2. Well, you can. Are you gonna or what? Do not like this. Oh, here he comes! Whee! Here it comes, and there he goes. Do you want a banana? I would like a banana, actually. But I'm not supposed to have potassium right now. I had too much potassium. I'm one of those people that can give themselves neuropathy by having too much potassium. My diet is questionable. Yeah, I eat too much fruit. Okay, I had 2 weeks in a row where I got like 10 delicious mangoes for $1 for all 10 mangoes, so I ate too many mangoes. Turns out mangoes are really high in potassium. They're really tasty. All right, Tasigur, what you got? Got anything good? Please? Oh, I killed my rat. So I put tagine on your mangoes. Is that the, chili? I do not put chili on my mangoes. Boop. Go, my rat! I got my Goatnapper out. They did not clone Fanatic of Ronus. Why not? You could have had 2 snakes. If you enchant your opponent's creature, or if I steal this, I can't clone it, even if I could make that good green stuff. Oh, hi, Nissa. Nice Phyrexian. That's a pretty good-looking goat, if I do say so myself. I am going to use Field of Ruin. I will have the Grand Goatnapper turn itself into a goat. You're gonna notice that happens in a lot of these games. This is 1 mana for 1 mana. Swing at Nissa. I am going to yeet this at her. And then I will bog them down. I know it's only 1 card in their graveyard, but that's 1 card to discard, or 1 card to discount Tasigur. I have yeeted it. It is gone. I have to look up the word for too much potassium. Hyperkalemia? Yeah, you're probably not at risk. Unless you were eating a diet purely of... Somebody said potatoes, too? Potatoes, bananas, and mangoes. Yeah, I'm also somebody who gave themselves kidney stones by eating too much parsley. I bet you didn't even know you could do that. Well, you can. Goat. I think anything that's high in oxalates. Yeah, rhubarb. That could work. Oh, look, now it taps for 4 mana. Wow. I'll tap you for 4 before I get rid of this. Okay. They'll get their creature back. I can exile this to feed the Soul Stone. Sorry, the Terminus of Returnimus. Eating tabbouleh every day? No, I was just eating heads of parsley. I ate like a head of parsley every day for like a month. I really like parsley. Again, my diet is not normal. I like binge eating. Do bananas not actually have that much potassium? I bet they're just like a regular source then. They're tasty though. I love bananas. Very rabbit coated. Y'all did see me eat like 3 heads of lettuce yesterday. GG Tasigur. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars! And Goatnapper, I will say, took me a little while to get it outside of the purely Haybuy and Rafellos queue. I did still run into a Haybuy and Rafellos while recording this, but I thankfully got a whole bunch of other games against other decks too, because this deck really can't do that much against certain decks that aren't running a lot of creatures, though it does have 2 different infinite combos, neither of which came up during this video. So it has a way to win through that. It also just has like kind of a Rakdos sacrifice thing going on. But if you did not see what these combos are, you have Warren Soul Trader, Sephiroth, or potentially Blood Artist, and Forsaken Miner. That is one combo. It allows you to drain your opponent's life total. The other one is Grand Goatnapper with Burgie and Sedgemoor Witch. You could also replace Sedgemoor Witch with anything that makes a token when you are casting Goatnap. And just like, you just make an infinitely large Goatnapper. You make infinitely numbered of creatures. It's fun. You have to turn each new creature into a goat, because you can't turn something that's already a goat into a goat. Grand Goatnapper does not understand that. This is, though, a very fun deck, and I will say, if you want a Rakdos Sacrifice deck that is silly and not necessarily that good, try it out. It's a cool one. And you can find the deck list in the description of the video. And if you have a goat that you wish you could put in a deck, I do, off-nabbed goat, you know, tell Wizards of the Coast, hey, Wizards of the Coast, print more goats so we can have more goats in our wonderful decks. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.